Hi, I have a really interesting story that I want to share with you. My family has lived and been born and brought up in the tropics and in the Far East for many generations. I am the 7th generation. So it was totally ingrained into us to be fearful of snakes. Snakes at that part of the world can be pretty dangerous. So since as far as I can remember, have been absolutely terrified of snakes. Well, I was in a situation recently, and I spent 2 weeks in the Amazon rainforest, and I just got back from that, and I was in a situation where I was able to touch and hold a 1.5 meter long boa constrictor. Now, previously, this would have sent me running for the hills. I'd have probably passed out in fear. I don't know what would have happened to me. I mean, the thought is even beyond my comprehension that I would even have been able to go into the same space as something like this, let alone touch it and have it lying across my shoulders and be completely okay with it, right? So okay, I don't think my heart rate changed. It was calm and fine. Unbelievable, right? Absolutely unbelievable, but it's true. And that's what happened, and that's what I did, and I have photographic evidence to prove it, and witnesses, and I am overjoyed. Now, how did I do it? Well, I didn't do it directly. I didn't go and have sort of snake therapy or anything like that. I didn't even do it purposefully. It was just a side effect of something that I did. And what I did was I've spent the last few years really working on myself, nurturing myself mentally, physically, my environment, and most of all, just doing some really deep inner work. I did it spiritually. I've done an awful lot of meditation work, yoga, spending a lot of time in nature, and I have dug up and faced a lot of my pre-programmed, hard-baked in fears, my feeling of lack, my feelings of being unworthy, not good enough, less than, fears of abandonment, and so on. I had the whole lot sitting within me, and I probably have had them for always. And of course, you can't run away from things like this. You can dig them deeper and deeper into you and bury them, but they're still there. They're in your subconscious, and they have a huge impact on your behavior, your thought patterns, your interaction with others, your perceptions and your views of the world. Now, at no time did I actually work directly with the thought of being fearful of snakes. That never came up. I assumed that would be something that I would carry with me for life. The rest of my family are pretty much absolutely terrified of snakes, and the fact that I've told them what I did, I mean, they could hardly bear to even hear me tell the story, and a few of them can't even look at the photograph. It's that bad, right? Really that bad. And I am absolutely overjoyed and in somewhat a position of disbelief that this has actually happened. I have completely lost my fear of snakes as a result, but what it really tells me is that all of these things are linked. They're all attached. They're all one thing is part of another thing, and it really it's not simple. It's not simple work, but it's hard work. It took a lot of courage to face a lot of these things, and during that time I also had some very deep losses. I had some traumatic experiences and a huge amount of changes in my life, which is one of the things that actually kind of were the catalyst that inspired me to do all this work on myself. And it's a shame that needed to happen for me to do this work, but it did, and I feel that this is the proof that it has really worked. that today I have this really wonderful feeling of an inner smile and a calmness inside. And now that I have this proof, I feel really good about it. So if you have any similar stories to tell, I'd be really interested to hear them. Or any comments to make, I'd be really interested to hear them. Bye for now.